Hey all, Board Game Rants here. We will find everything solo tabletop gaming and more. This one's a solo tutorial for Clans of Caledonia. So, if this has been on your radar, you've come to the right place. Not bragging or anything, but, you know.
Okay, here we go. Clans of Caledonia. Now, I've likened this to Gaia Project. I've likened it to Terra Mystica. And because, well, both those games are basically, I think they're made by the same designer and all that, and it's just like one's made in space and one's not. But this is a very streamlined version of that, and it has this cool little market mechanism to it as well, and its own theme. And so I'm just gonna play through a solo version of it and explain things as I go, including the setup, which Clans of Caledonia, you get to be a clan. So up here, we're just gonna grab ourselves just a random, you actually get 2 clans. So there's, put one there, and I'll just grab that one there. And then we get 2, these little starting good things. Let's just make a mess. Let's just make, yep, we'll take that one. Okay. So now, get these 2 things, and I believe actually we can set up our so on here we have little contracts that we're gonna be trying to fulfill. So up here I'm just gonna kind of grab randomly and get 5 contracts, because with solo player you only start off with 5, and then we'll flip these over. These are one of the main ways you score in this game, is by getting the goods on the left side. So in this case, it would be 2 bread, and then on the right side, you would get 2 cotton. Well, you get cotton by representing, I think you're officially exporting cotton or importing. Okay, yeah, you're exporting bread, and so you're importing cotton, and then you score points. And then this is little extra stuff. You get a couple money, 10 money, and you get to put something on the board out there at a discounted cost. So it's kind of, you give what's on the left and you get what's on the right. That's what these contracts do, basically. And then, so now that I know what's over there, that might affect what I want to do here. So let's flip these over. We got that. Okay, Clan Buchanan, and we've got Clan Cunningham. All right. Well, so now I've got my choice between these 2 things. So Clan Buchanan, normally I can only have 1 contract at a time. And so, let me flip this over. So with Clan Buchanan, I could actually have 2 contracts at a time. These are the contracts. And once you get a contract, you can't actually get rid of it other than by fulfilling it. So you want to be kind of careful what you grab, otherwise you might get stuck with it. With Clan Buchanan, you get 2. So now you've got a few more options. You actually get a little bit of a discount too when you're getting those contracts. So, but he'd start out with a couple milk and a whiskey barrel, a bunch of money. Clan Cunningham is telling me that during a certain phase of the game, I can sell any milk that I have for $8 each. And the starting goods would be this wool and this bread and then some money. And dang it, sure would have been nice if, no, can't do that. All right. But I'd like to. So, I mean, just for more fun reasons, I guess, because Clan Buchanan's cool and all, but this is kind of a, I like this one better, is what I'm trying to get at. So we're just going to get rid of this. We'll pop it up here. Trash. Oops. Trash. And we're going to be Clan Buchanan. Put that over there. We're going to get our starting goods. So that means we go over here, we grab a little bit of the wool, and we get a bread. So over here we've got, in my bags, I separated out. We got the processed goods and we got the basic goods. The basic goods you basically get by putting stuff out on the board. Processed goods, you get, well, you turn these into these. So you basically, if you wanted to, you could turn milk into cheese. You could turn wheat into whiskey barrels, and you can turn, you can also turn wheat into bread as well. Wool doesn't process into anything. It's just wool. So anyway, basic goods, processed goods. And, excuse me. So I think I've got, did I get everything set up? Okay, and this board, I'll explain as we play, but this is the cost basically of each item. So whiskey starts at costing 11 if I want to buy some or sell some. Cheese 10, etc. for bread and milk, and wheat and wool. And this is going to go up and down according to some certain things. So here on this board, this is a cool board. It's actually a let's see. Let me separate it out without making. See how there's gap big. There's four of these little boards, and I can flip them over too. So there's actually a possibility of 16 different setups, depending. You kind of randomly set these out there, but when you set them out there, it's pretty cool. It's got these little, you just got to make sure that each board has these little markers facing the center of the board, and they all kind of connect nice and snugly, and ta-da! So you get a random board setup each time. And on the board here, you can see these are the little costs, like to put something on the board on this space right here, it cost me 6 money, 5 money, in addition to whatever thing I'm putting out. They all have their own costs as well up here on the top. But the stuff that's blocked off, at least in a solo player game, is these 1 spaces. You don't get any cheap spaces. So these black pieces are just representing the color going against us, and they've already taken up all the good spots. So I can't use any of the 1 spaces. And when you're playing a 1 player, you don't actually use any of the border spaces either. So I think that's true for 2 player as well. So I don't get to use any of the border spaces and none of the spaces where there's black pieces on there. So now I have to decide, I haven't even put out. So part of setup as well is to take these little random scoring tiles, end bonus scoring tiles. So we're just going to take that one, put it there. And there are 5 rounds to the whole game. And there's that. And whiskey barrel tried to escape. I got my little wire dangly here that's messing. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to come on over here. There we go. And so now we'll flip these over. And we'll flip that over. So this is just telling me, and this is all random, there's a number of them up here. I just happen to grab these 5. So at the end of round 1, it's saying, okay, for each, well, this is actually saying for each of these pieces that I have out on the board, I'm going to get some victory points for. This is saying for any goods that I've managed to import, I'm going to get victory points for. This is saying for each of my workers out there, I'm going to get 2 points. This is saying that for every 2 of my stuff here that I managed to put on the border, remember the border is actually not, I can't put anything on the outside. So the border is actually 1 in. So any of these guys that I managed to put out on spaces that are on the border, for every 2 of them, I'm going to get 3 points. That's good that it's later on in the game too. I should be able to hopefully score pretty big for that. And then this is saying that for every 1 upgrade, I'm going to get a victory point, and we'll go over that as we get there. And lastly, so port, these little port things. Let's just grab random ports here. One of those, and one of these, and about that one, and then how about you? Okay, so there's 4 of them. So these are little bonus actions that I might be able to take, and they go on the board. It kind of tells me right here that for a 1 to 2 player game, you're really slow. Can you see that? It's saying you put a port bonus there, so that covers up that piece. And this one is going to go right there, according to that little doohickey telling me. And then up here, so this is saying this port bonus goes right in the water. And then this one over here, saying it goes right there. There we go. All right. There's 4 port bonuses. I have 4 of these little tokens. These, once I use a port bonus, I can't use it again, and that'll help me keep track of the fact that I've used it. Alrighty then. So, no cheating, making sure I got everything in their correct spot here. And so that doesn't really do me a whole bunch of good anymore. That's just, oh, it does do me some good. I need some money. Show me the money. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So it's saying I got 5 plus 55. So I got $60. There's my 60 bucks. So that's what I get to start with. So now, this is a little bit like, kind of reminds me of Settlers of Catan. Am I saying that? Catan. Anyway, now I get to put out some starting players, or some starting pieces. So it would normally go, if you were playing multiplayer, there would be one person that put something out on the board, then the next person would, then the next person would, then the next person would, then that last person would get to put another piece out on the board, and then another person, and then another person, and it comes back to the very first player, and they put out their second piece. So if you've ever played Settlers of Catan, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and I just wasted your time. Sorry. Okay, so I need to put these guys out. These are going to make me money. And there's woodcutters, and there's these miners. And so now the woodcutters, and they have the ability to make me either 4 money or 6 money at the end of each round. I collect my income. The miners have the ability to, come on now, focus, collect 6 money or 8 money at the end of the round, depending on if I upgrade them. I can upgrade their tools by flipping these over, and then they'd make more money. So right now, I'm going to put out some, and it cost me $10 to put out a miner, $6 to put out a woodcutter. And then I have to pay for the space that I put it on. So what's am I gonna do? Well, I'll tell you what's I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this guy. So we got a miner. Grabbing a miner, and we're gonna put him. There we go. Here, and then, oh man, you know this thing does its little skip. Sorry, and that's gonna cost me $2 plus $10, so $12. So keep that in mind. We'll pay for this in a second. I get to put 2 out. So my next one I'm gonna put out. I don't know, let's put a woodcutter in, and it's going to be a little bit beneficial for me to put the other one away from him, because after these 2 starters are out, I have to follow certain rules as far as adding things to the board, and they have to be close to or adjacent to certain rules, which I'll explain as we go. So let's see here. Let's put out this here woodcutter in a fairly let's see here. Yeah, let's just spread these guys out. Let's do it. Well, but I could get 10 quick monies up there, but that's not really spread out. So let's go ahead and just put this guy right there. So, sure. Oh, and you'll notice too that I had to put the woodcutter on a piece that had some wood on it, and I had to put the miner on a piece that had a mountain on it. So I could have put him here or here or here, but I couldn't have put him there. So, and I couldn't have put him in the water. Doesn't mean you can't really do that. So, okay, so what was that 12 plus 9, right? 6 plus 3 is 9, 12, 21. So let's make some change. Put that over there. We get ourselves 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, got our money back. Oh, God, I bumped my coffee. That's a sign. That is a sign. It's coffee break. So, let's get back to it. Okay, so now you'll see on our board, this is how it kind of works. That as you take things off of your board, it exposes the benefit. So, and it's gonna happen up here. You shall see soon enough. So, on my turn now, what I'm basically trying to do is get stuff out there. I definitely, because I'm Clan Cunningham, and there's a bunch of, you know, as you saw, there's a bunch of different clans, and depending on what you get is going to kind of determine how you might play the game. So in this sort of game, I really want to be producing milk. If I want to be producing milk, I want to get these cows out, because you'll see if I take this cow off, saying for every milk exposed, I'm going to produce milk, and then I'm going to be able to sell that milk for lots of bucks. So that is my go-to strategy. Now, another thing I'm looking at too up here is my contracts. This is telling me, man, if I was good at producing whiskey, I could do this. But I'm not going to be very good at producing whiskey. So this is saying, oh, if you have some lamb chops and some wool and some whiskey, you can complete that contract. Here it's saying if I have cheese, I can complete this. Well, cheese, I need milk to produce cheese. Milk is the basic good. Cheese is the processed good. But then I wouldn't have the milk to sell. So it's not really in my best interest to be making cheese because it's taking away from my Clan Cunningham's main squeeze, and that is selling its milk. So I'm probably going to go after something smaller like this. Bread, producing some bread. So producing bread. Okay, let me show you too. This has got a nifty little thing that shows you what you do if you're a solo. This is the back of one of these boards. I see these boards are all basically the same, and each player gets one and puts their different colored pieces on there. But on the back of these boards, you can use one, especially a solo player, and then boom, it's got some handy dandy. This is how you score stuff. But down here, it'll also help you keep in line with the different things that you're supposed to be doing each round. So like right now, I am right here. I've already set up, I'm right here, and I get to say, take your actions, man. So I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take these actions. And then, well, where the heck is the, oh yeah, so also comes with a nifty little, this is how you take your actions. You'll notice there's 8 of them. So we're gonna to pick from any of these over and over and over again as many times in any combo that we want. So I'll just put that there. So right now, I could trade, I could get a contract. So trading means I would come over here and I'd buy some stuff. To buy some stuff, you have to have your little guys. Now, when you start the game, you start off with 2. These cubes represent your merchants. And down here, I could get more merchants if I upgraded and if I take them off the board, then I can use them to go up here and trade with. I can't use them while they're on my board. I actually have to take an action, take them off my board, and then I can use them. So right now you start off with 2 merchants. I'd need those to trade. So that's the first action. Obtain 1 export contract. Well, obtain 1 item means just I go up here and I would pick one of these. I take them and I put it on my board. Remember, when you take one off there, you can't get it off of here. So I wouldn't be able to take another one until I fulfilled it. So you want to make sure you're careful when you get something that you can fulfill. So, and the cost to obtain an export contract is shown right here next to corresponds to the round you're currently in. Well, right now I'm in round 1. And in round 1, it's telling me I get $5 if I take a contract. And then 2, I can basically grab a contract for $0. Round 3, it's going to start costing me money. You'll notice these numbers turn to red. Red's bad, means cost me money. So now if I'm in round 3 or 4 or 5, man, if I want to take a contract in round 5, it is very expensive. So, but the game pays me $5 to take a contract right now. So that is this action of obtaining 1 export contract. Expand. So expanding means I basically take these, so expanding, yeah, you're taking pieces off the board and you're putting them, just like I put my miner and my woodcutter out there. That's the expand action. Upgrade shipping, upgrade technology. So upgrade shipping, there's this kind of dictates the rules for, oh, look at me, I'm cheating. This kind of dictates the rules for how far I can place my guys across the board. It'll also affect scoring at the end, and we'll get to that. Upgrading technology, that's this. This is my technology. If I flip these over, and it shows it costs normally $10 to flip these over. I'll be able to flip it, and now it's saying that instead of, it shows this little handy dandy little marker. It says, okay, use the right side. And on the right side, it's saying for each woodcutter, I get 6 money. Instead, before I'd upgraded it, it was pointing to the left side. It was saying you only get 4 money for each woodcutter. So that's upgrading technology. And then hiring a merchant, I already kind of went over that. And fulfilling an export contract. So that is when you have a contract, like let's say I had this contract, taking the actions to fulfill a contract means I'd spend 2 bread and then I'd get all this stuff. If I'd already gotten it with the obtain 1 export contract. So those are really, and then pass. Now, in a 1-player game, you don't have to worry, you can only take one of these actions. I'm sorry, in a multiplayer game, you can only take one of these actions and it's somebody else's turn. But in a 1-player game, I'm the only game in town. So I can take any of these actions just over and over and back and forth, and it doesn't matter, too much. For instance, I don't have to worry too much about, oh, I better grab that contract now because someone else might grab it later. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, well, I kind of do, and I'll show you that's what these dice are for, but that's, oh, no, I lost my whiskey barrel. Get back up there. All right. You done messing around? I think I'm done messing around. Let's start playing this game. So I've already got a bread, which is nice. So I think I feel like it's a pretty safe bet to take this, obtain an export contract. Got it. Now I get paid $5 to do that. So I'm reaching up here. I'll grab the money and put it right there. Because I'm only one bread away from getting that. Now how do I get bread? Well, I'll show you. I have to get some wheat out there first. So let's see. So wheat is expensive. It cost me 18. Can you see that? $18 just to take this piece and place it on. And let's put it right here because that cost me 2 money. So yeah, these pieces you can basically place wheat and little bread producing thing and the cheese producing thing and cows and sheep. You can put on any grass land. So basically, you can pretty much put them anywhere except for like you wouldn't be able to put it on a solid mountain piece or a solid pretty much all pieces except for the water pieces and solid mountains or forest have a little grass on them, so you really can put these things on anywhere. So $20 costs 18 plus 2, $20. So I'm going to spend $20. Money, that went fast. Okay, so now at the end of the round, I'm going to get 2 wheat, and that's pretty sweet. But until I have a way to turn that wheat into bread, I don't have a way, in fact. So now I need to take this guy and let's put him out on the board. So if I wanted to put this out on the board, I have to, now notice I also put this wheat next to my guy here because according to my expansion ability here, my shipping ability, if you will, I can only put things, it's telling me if I upgrade here, now I can put things, it's really hard to see the iconography. It's really hard to see the icon. Now you can. This is saying, oh, now I could put structures across a river. That's a little tiny river in there. Now if I was up here, it's saying I can do this. And now I can actually put structures 1 full lock away. So like this is a lock, this is a lock, this is a lock. And then you can upgrade it to where you could do up to 4 locks away. So if I had, for instance, a guy here, now I could technically build here because that's only 1, 2, 3 locks away. So this little token would only have to be right there for me to be able to if I had a structure there, now I can start building across water because I've got some good shipping. Right now, I ain't got no shipping. So that's why I had to put this first piece right next to this. This is adjacent, so I don't need any shipping ability. But now let's say I want to put something across this river. I'm going to have to upgrade. So, but for now, what I think I'm going to do is, so I don't need to upgrade anything, I'm going to put this bread right here. And that's going to cost me, again, it's adjacent, has a little bit of grassland on it. And that's going to be $8 plus $3, so $11. $11. Boom. Okay, so now at the end of this round, you're going to see I'm going to be able to take some wheat and make some bread. And once I have the bread, I'll have 2 bread. Once I have the 2 bread, I can trade in this contract. And skadoosh, I'll be able to get some stuff. So we're on our way. Now, the other thing, though, that we want to be thinking about is getting some moo cows out there, because that's really how I get my money. So how can we get some moo cows? Well, putting them out there, it costs $9 just to put a cow out there. And I'm running low on some stuff here. So one of the actions we could take, you know, if we wanted to boost our money, let's just see about using our Emergent trade action. Show you how that works. So take my guy. Look up here. I see that then there's sort of a sale section and a purchase section. Well, I want to sell my wool. Putting my merchant right there, and I'm gonna take this, put it in the pile there, and I get 4 money. I'm gonna take a 5. Trade it in a 1, boom. Okay. So I just took a trade action, and when you do that, you move the marker towards whatever action you just took. And so it basically is telling me that as I keep selling goods, they're going to be worth less because the market's getting surplus, you know, that sort of deal. And I got to take another drink. Okay, so I just took a trade action, and I got a little bit more money here. And so now we want to get a cow out there. Let's see what our options are. So I can only build from my guys, and I'm getting kind of lassoed in here. I could build here, but that's 6. It's really expensive to build there. And by building, you know, you're building a cow. I'm not really building a cow. I'm making a pasture, I guess. So let's, well, let's not worry about that quite yet. Maybe we'll start focusing on that next round. And so, because I've only got this much money, so maybe what we'll do is just bump. Take an upgrade action, and we'll move this up. And this is saying it cost me $4 to take that action, so we'll spend 5. Getting 1 money back, and now I can expand across rivers. So now I can I can't afford. So now, well, okay, never mind. We're gonna do it now. So here's this cow. It costs 9, right? 9 plus 4, put in on this pasture, is 13. I've got 5. I got exactly the right amount of dough. So we're gonna spend all of it. And I was able to put this cow across this river because I expanded my shipping up 1 so that I could do that. So now we are done. We're going to say we're done with our first round. So what happens, and it tells me over here, all right, well, first get your money. So first of all, you get money for passing. Depending on what order you pass, you get a certain amount of money. Well, in a solo game, you just get $16. So I'm going to get $16 for passing first. I passed before that other non-existent player. Oh, my throat. I'm gonna... Yes. So, $16. Then, you get money according to how many woodcutters out there. They're producing wood and mining for stuff, and you get money for it. So, I'm going to get 4 plus 6 is 10. So, that's my income. So, 10 plus 16. So, I'm going to get $26. 25. $6. Ta-da! Okay. Now, next thing is I produce goods. So I got my money. Okay, so yeah. So I took all my turns, and it's like, did you take all your turns? Yes, I did. Now I got my money. Yes, I did. Now, producing goods. Well, so first you produce your basic stuff. So my basic stuff is 2 wheat, because I uncovered it, and 1 milk. So I go over here. I grab my 2 wheat. And a little milk, a little milk jug. There we go. 2 wheat and milk. This is bread that I got from my starting piece up here. And now it's saying, okay, did you get all your basic goods? Yes, I did. Now you may, if you want, you can refine those goods. So I am going to refine actually both of, well, actually, so let's keep in mind that you can only refine based on your buildings you have out that allow you to do it. So right now it's saying that I could make bread. As long as I have a wheat, I could make 1 bread. And I have 1 wheat. I'm going to refine that 1 good over here and then grab a bread. I couldn't do this one because I would need to have had another building uncovered there, but I only put out the 1 bread making facility. So, but that's enough, though. I'm going to be able to fulfill that contract. And so now it's saying, okay, now take a look. Take a look at the end game scoring tile. See what we got. So up here, I just finished round 1. And it's saying I'm going to get 1 point for each basic good. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I lied. This means I'm going to get 1 point for this. This represents the buildings that produce these goods. So, and it's saying that if you have a building that produces wheat, this is some weird icon stuff too, because I actually looked on here to find out, and so I'm going to take you through it too. Let's just look real quick here. Come on now, focus. So it's saying that Yeah, so here we go. Gain 1 glory for each of your deployed sheep, cows, cheese, dairies, bakeries, and distilleries, and 2 glory for each field. So it's kind of weird that it's got that little plus sign next to the bread. I don't know. It's a little confusing, but whatever. That's what it means. So looking at that, I'm going to get a point for having this out, and a point for having a cow out, and 2 points for having this wheat. So I'm going to get a total of 4 points, and this is my little point tracker, and this is where you keep track of your points around this board. So I have a total of 4 glory, or 4 victory points, whatever you want to call them. So done. I just scored the little round bonus. Now it's saying, okay, we're starting off. Next round, we're officially in round 2. Saying flip that over. So now I know, okay, finished round 1, here we're on round 2. This is how I'm going to score in round 2. And then it's saying, okay, add contracts till you got your all 6. Actually, you put all 6 now. Startup, you only start out with, again, I'm just kind of reaching in here randomly, grabbing stuff. But in this case, I start off with 6. Excuse me. And now it's saying, take your merchants back. Okay. Grab a merchant. I didn't even use this guy. So got all my merchants back from the board. And now it's saying, roll these dice 3 times. So this is just a solo only thing here. Take these. This is what you do with it. So what it's telling me, this is how it's going to adjust the market kind of randomly, representing if I'm playing multiple players and they're doing their thing, and this is going up and down. So it's saying milk is going to cost 2 less. So 2 less milk means I take this marker and I move it down 2 spaces. It says -2. So, and the rules are a little bit different. As long as this marker is in this little bracket, you follow this number exactly, -2. So I'd go down 1, 2. But if I'd rolled this and my marker was already right here, instead of following this exactly -2, because it's already so low, because it's lower than the bracket, I actually move towards the bracket. I'd move 2 spaces up. So if that doesn't make sense, it'll start making sense as you see me continue to do this. But right now, this little thing was in the brackets. It says milk goes down by 2 value. Boom, that's done. I got to do this 3 times. And I can't affect the same good twice. So now it's saying whiskey goes +2. Whiskey's here. Now whiskey's worth 13 a barrel. Last time, wheat. Wheat goes down 1. Wheat costs 1 less. Now, lastly, I take this die and I use it to, it's telling me over here. So first of all, it said, okay, roll your dice 3 times and adjust the market. Now take your last roll number and remove the corresponding contract. So I rolled a -1. And I look over here, I rolled a minus, oh, can you see that? -1. So I'm going to remove this guy right here. So that's my random, oh, I really wanted that. I didn't really want that. Doesn't really matter, but that can be how this, kind of screw you up. If you're really going for a contract and thought it would be there, suddenly it's not. So you got to keep that in mind. That just happened. And now it's saying go back. Now this is just, this is a multiplayer thing. I'm not even going to go over that. It's just saying that you don't get to do it because you're not playing multiplayer. So boom, I'm back here to the very beginning, to round 2. And now we just do this over and over and over again. And I am going to take a quick little break, but I'm going to let you see everything here so that you know that I didn't mess around. I'm not changing anything. And I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. And so I totally forgot. I forgot to do my little thing. You do this at the end of the production phase. So at the end of when I'd gotten all my goods, I could have sold my milk for $8. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to get my $8. 5, 6, 7, $8. Okay, so now then, because that's my whole, just throw money on the ground. I'm like, okay, that's my whole power. And so I want to take advantage of that. And So really, you've seen enough to be able to play the game. Now really you only haven't seen how end scoring works. And so I'm just going to keep playing here, but you might want to just zip to the end of the film unless you want to see it all play out. So for instance, filling contract. Show you how that plays out. I'm going to do it right now. So, because it's time to do the stuff. I'm going to trade in these breadses to fulfill this. So this is telling me, all right, I just exported some bread. And I'm going to set this off because I just fulfilled that. And this will count for points later. It'll actually count for telling me playing solo by my lonesomes. If I fulfill 5 contracts, I'm going to get 4 points. If I fulfill 6, 8. If I fill 7 or more contracts, I'm going to get 12 points. And there's some other stuff over here. And it has a little scoring chart to see how you did. If I get anywhere from 0 to 115, not so good. If I did 161 plus, rocking it. And again, back to this. So how we represent importing. So I exported. Now I'm importing some, I think this is cotton. That's what it's saying. I imported 2 cotton. So I keep track of that up here. This is going to score me points as well. So that's a little thing we can explain a little later. But so I get that. Now I also, I get these in any order. So I can get my 10 money now. Let's get my 10 money before I forget. I have a feeling I'll forget. There's 10 money. So, but now I can put anything from my board out for free. It's saying whatever piece I put it on, ignore the cost to put it on there. So, for instance, I like making the milkses, and I can build across rivers. So, let's put a cow on would have been in a real expensive place. Let's put a cow right there. Would have cost 9 plus 6, but instead now it's just going to cost 9. And I'll put my cow there. I get to ignore that 6. And I just pay the 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ta-da. Okay, so I fulfilled that contract and I did all the extra goodie stuff. And I still got some money.
So what I'm going to do now is just bounce through and show you a few things that are kind of pertinent to playing and learning, and then we'll get to final scoring. So here we go.
What would be really good is if I could get like over to here, this 4 spot, but I would need to increase my shipping 2 times because right now I can only go across rivers. But if I bumped it up twice, then I could actually put this whiskey barrel over there, start going that direction. I think I'm going to do it. It's probably not a good move, but we're going to do it anyway. 10. So it cost me to bump up to upgrade my shipping. Cost me 4 each. So excuse me, paying 10. And getting 2 back. Now, I can build this across great distances. 1, 2. So from here to here is now legal because of my shipping ability. And it cost me $10 plus the 4 up there. So 14. And there goes all my money again. Oh, there's chaos. What have I done? Let's do some refining. So now we've got a total of 3 wheat because I produced the 2. I had 1 left over. Now I can use my bread thing to produce some bread, and I can use 2 wheat because I've got 2 whiskey barrel production abilities. I can turn these wheat into 2 barrels. So 1 for 1. Now, do I want to do that? I don't even see any bread out there. And so and you can't go back. I mean, once you turn wheat into bread, it's kind of like real life, folks. You can't just, can I extract the wheat out of that bread? So you know what? I think I'll just keep that there. Might be a mistake. Whatever. We're going to take these, turn them in, and we're going to get ourselves 2 whiskey. It looks just like our piece. This represents the production buildings. This actually represents the product. So now we roll these 3 times. Here we go. All right, so wheat. We'll look up at wheat. So wheat would normally go down by 1, but because wheat is not in the brackets, it's going to go towards the brackets by 1. So boop, wheat increased. Even though it says minus, it actually wheat increased because it was so low. So this port bonus. So it's saying that I just basically, I can spend any 1 processed good and get any 2 processed goods. So I don't have any processed goods. So it doesn't do me any good right now. Here, saying that I could use this bonus because I've got 2 lock shipping ability right now. So I could increase the market up or down by 3 if I wanted. That would be a port bonus. Over here, I'm so close to being able to, this is just port bonuses. I get 10 money. And all I need to do is build something right here. And then with my 2 lock shipping ability, I can take that port bonus. So maybe I should build, let's work on building into there. And why not? Let's put one of our cows out there because we're in the milking business. So 9 plus 4, $13. 10. There it is, $13. Got a cow out there. Now, let's go ahead. This represents using this port bonus. And this one's really easy, straightforward. It costs me 10. It doesn't cost me. I get $10. Use the port bonus. I get $10. It's just that easy, you know? You know what I'm saying? You hear me talking? Or, ooh, this is a good one. Look at that mountain space. That's another cheap mountain space, $2. But I've only got 2 lock shipping. If I unlock the last, oh no, not the last one. It's going to cost me $4. I'm going to do it. Why not? Let's just. So for $4, I get to upgrade my shipping. Now I can move across 3 spaces of water. And now we're going to put this guy out there. Boom! Because I can. Because this, 1, 2, 3. Boop. Did you see that? Or did I even have the camera focused? I can do that because I'm within shipping distance, so that cost me 12. Rolling 3 times. Here we go. Ha! Bread. Oh my gosh. Bread goes up 3. Well, that was good because I was planning on selling this. So now the market is working with me. Bread. 1, 2, 3. Rolling again. Cheese goes down by 1. Cheese goes down by 1. Bread. Okay, we can't affect the same resource twice. So you just re-roll until you get one that you haven't affected this round. So, whiskey. Again, we're going to score points by having things on the outside. So anything that's 1 in. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to get 6 points right now. Oh, if I get another one out, I'd get 9 points. Because this is on the border too. So let's keep that in mind. You know what? Let's not fiddle fart around here, folks. Let's just get this cow out right now so that I know I'm going to get 9 points at the end. So that cost me 9 plus 3 is $12. Spending that. Because that there's gold for us. We just sell that milk each round. We get some bank. See, I could slaughter. This is saying you can slaughter 2 cows. That's how you get meat, by the way. This represents if you had sheep on the board, you basically take them off the board. It represents slaughtering them, and you get 1 for 1. Here I'd have to slaughter, this represents meat, so I'd have to slaughter 2 cows, and then I could get all this stuff. Well, I think it's not a bad idea because then I can just put those cows right on the board. So what do I mean by that? I'll show you. However, it cost me $10 just to get this contract, for the love of goodness. We're going to do it. We got that contract. We're going to spend $10. Now, was that a good move? I don't know. Probably not, but we're doing it anyway. So, now, how do you slaughter said cows? Well, it's just so easy. We're going to slaughter this. No, we're not, because that would separate those. So we're going to slaughter this one. I'm so sorry. It's nothing personal. 1 dead cow. And then, where's the cheapest spot to rebuild? I don't want to slaughter him because if I try to put another cow in there, it's going to cost me 6 more money. This is the cheapest one, and it's looking like this might be the cheapest one again, too, to just take out. Let's do it. Well, this one's the same. But I don't want to separate these because if I separate these, it's going to affect my scoring later. So, bye-bye, cow. So, there. And when you put your cows back on the board, you kind of fill them up the exact opposite way you took them off. End of production phase. I can sell all this milk. Oh, that is 5 times 8, $40. Some big money, man. Money's not worth that many points at the end of the game, so it's in your best interest to spend it. You only get like 1 point for every 10 money. So I got a crap ton of money to spend. Keeping going. Okay, here we go. We're over 2. Let's score the end round scoring. So for every 2 things on my board that are out on this board that are on the border, I'm going to get 3 points. What did we count it at? So this is, again, the outside border doesn't count. That I can't build on that anyway. So I got 1 on the outside, 2. This is not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So for every 2, so that's 4 times 3, so 12 points. 16, so I'm at 28. Okie dokie. And let's buy something cheap. Let's buy, I mean, milk's cheap. Yeah, let's buy milk. Milk cost me 5, so we'll move that up. We're gonna spend 5. I'm gonna buy this milk because now I can take that milk and I can use this port bonus and I can turn that milk into anything, any basic good. So I can basically use this port bonus and trade in a milk to get 3 milk. You can do that. So I will do that. Boom, instant change into, you know, still money. It's still going to be worth some points, and I might as well, I might as well milk it. For instance, right now, if I scored my settlements, this cow is connected to this. This counts as a settlement. It's kind of weird. And this cow is a settlement. This field, this pasture, somebody's tending that. That's a settlement. Is connected to this. So because it's within 2 locks, and I have 3 shipping ability. So this counts as a settlement. This is connected to this. Now these 2 are not separated. So this is 1 settlement. So this is 1 settlement, 2 settlements, 3 settlements, 4 settlements, 5 settlements, 6 settlements. This counts as a settlement just by itself and separated. Damn it, where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And at this point, they are all connected because this guy is connected to this via the shipping, my lock. This is connected to that, which is connected to this, which is connected. So these guys are all, So here's where it gets a little tricky. These guys are actually not hooked up to these guys. I need to get a connection here. The only way I can get so I'm at 9. So let's use that. You can use this little thing to kind of record how many settlements. And I said I have 9 settlements, but they're not all connected. With 9 settlements, it's saying from 8 to 10. If I have 8 to 10 settlements connected, I get 6 points. So you know, it's worth just trying to get these connected. So how do I do that and maybe create more settlements? It's a fantastic question, Jeffrey. Okay, here we go. 3 and 3. Cheap, cheap. Oh, and this is kind of interesting too. I'll show you a little something you can do. So we're going to build these because these are 8. So 8, 16. So basically it cost me 11 each. So 22 bucks. Do I have it? Oh man, I got so much money. I'm so loaded right now. 22 bucks. Okay. Now, when you finish a full row, it's saying down here, you can take this little bonus action. That just says, okay, I can take actually any, well, not any. I randomly reach in here. And so I am not looking. This represents me not looking. 1, 2. Yeah, not looking. 3. Okay, got it. What I can do is actually look at these, and if I want any one of these, I can purchase it for what it costs in the round that I'm in, 15 bucks. Do I like any of these? Cheese, cheese, cheese. I don't like any of these. We're going to put this guy, it cost me 6, plus 2 is 8. So here's 10. 1, 2, get 2 back. And then I'm going to put something here because these, what's cool about this is all these things would be divided by a river. So this counts as a settlement. This counts as a settlement. This counts as a settlement. Let's take advantage of that. Cheap little settlements I'm putting out there. Increase scoring because now I've got 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3. These are all separate by this river. 1, 2, 3. This is connected. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now I'm at 11. So now I'm up into the 12. Let's keep track of it up there. Now I'm up into the 12-point range. Now if I could get 3 more settlements, I don't think I can do that. Okay, so for every upgrade, we get a victory point. Here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to get 8 points for our upgrades. Let's get our 8 points. Where am I at? Right there.
So 28, so that would be 36. So the way I figure that, so now I'm officially taking this. So now I'm at 36 points. And that takes care of that. So now final scoring. I don't think I have a pen. Son of a... Ugh. All right, so I'm going to scan just so you can see. You know, not cheating. Everything is the way it is. And I'll be right back. I got to go grab a pen or a pencil. And as it turns out, I wish I done did cheated. Because this ain't no flattering moment for me. Check it out. Scoring's pretty easy. So you go down this list and it says, first of all, you score the points that you got for these little end round scoring things. And I ended up with 36. So I put that there, 36 points for that. Then you get 1 point for every basic good. I got 8 points for that. Then you get 2 points for every refined good. I only got a couple bread, 4. Then you get 1 point for every 10 money. I had 50 plus money. You just get, 5 points for that. Hops is straightforward, got 10 because I got 10 over here. You just count up what's on your contracts. Boom, 10 points. This is a little tricky here. You look, based on the contracts, you recorded up here how you did. And I imported 2 cotton, and then 4 of this and 4 of that, for sugar, for tobacco. And for your rarest good, the one you imported the least of, you get 5 points each. So 5 times 2 is 10 points. Then for your second rarest good and third rarest good, you're going to score 4 points for one and 3 points for the other based on how many each you got there. So, and it's a tie, so it doesn't really matter. So let's, I put on here, again, there is, or cotton, 5 points times 2 is 10. And then for tobacco, 4 times the 4 that I had up there, I got 16 points. And then I just counted sugar as 3 times the 4 that I had, which gave me 12 points. Then you look over here, you've got your contracts. I got 5, and it says if you did 5 contracts as a 1 player, you get 4 points. Got my 4 points. And then my settlements. We already took a look and kept track of how many settlements I had there. And so I had 11 to 13, all connected. I got 12 points. I wrote that down. I added all this up, and I got 117 points. It's not so good. I just got the 2-star. Actually has on here, come to the official verdict. Rookie, which I'm not a rookie. You know what there should be? There should be a feel-good, but I feel like I did better. So if there was I feel like I did better bonus, heads up, all you designers, come up with a I feel like I did better bonus in a game, and I'll buy it. Sight unseen. So, let's just take a look real quick here. I did, I've done better. I played this a lot. It's a tough game. Let's see here. So, just give you an idea there. Wow, those aren't very good scores either, are they? No. That's not so good. So I've had some good ones. I've had some moments. 155, there's a 155 down there. 155, there's a 160. Whoa! 160. So, but that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I keep coming back to this game, is because, yeah, I got 160. I almost hit genius 1 time. So, there you have it. That's this game. I enjoy it a lot. Hopefully that helped you learn how to play solo. And I'm boardgamerants, and I will see you later. Thank you for watching.